Hello there, my crypto big brothers and sisters. This here is Bulldog Rod, and that's Papa Ron. We're both here to learn something about crypto. Ron and I learn something every day. Every day we wake up, we learn that Bitcoin's even higher, at least $1,000 higher.
It has been crazy.
Man.
Yeah, I woke up this morning, it was 11,500, I think.
Oh, my hell. I know, it's something else.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, it's something else. It's good. If you don't have Bitcoin, you're losing out.
Yep. And maybe some of these other cryptos. I mean, you got Litecoin above 100 now and Ethereum above 5.
I know, it's going crazy.
And folks, it seems the last video or two that Rod and I have been color coordinated. I just don't want you to think that that's been planned at all. Hey, what's that saying? Good minds think alike, or
there you go. There you go. That's right.
You can't remember it?
No. Something like that.
Yeah, sharp minds think alike. Anyway.
I like that sharp minds.
Yeah.
I'm about as dull as an old flat pencil before you sharpen it.
Well, let's get into this. We got some exciting news about Ripple going on, and we got a couple.
Get past the news first. News flash.
We got a couple things that are kind of cool. McDonald's. They're claiming that they'll be ready to accept Bitcoin by the end of 2018.
Hey, does that give validity to crypto or what?
What about all the naysayers that say, this thing's just a flash in the pan?
Yeah.
I mean, it's here. I'm going to X out of this one, Rod.
Okay, go ahead and X out of X-nay.
And then you saw this one about Google, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
People are coming out of the woodwork to Google how to buy Bitcoin with a credit card.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy.
So much so that they're repopulating their fears about being in a bubble. That's one of the signs that people will go in debt to invest. And maybe we should add a word of caution on this. I mean, folks, you could easily get. Matter of fact, we talk about the awareness that Bitcoin is making, especially with these prices and all, and even my granddaughters, and we live in a small county, small towns, and even her dance instructor, my granddaughter's dance instructor, is into Bitcoin now. So the word is getting out there. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. But
do what's safe. You don't want to financially hurt yourself and get payments to where, and just like anything, we're sure too that at one point this is going to come down some. We're not saying it's going to stay down, but at one point Bitcoin people are going to cash out or something, and it's going to take a dive.
Oh yeah, it will. And you know what the naysayers are going to say? Oh, the bubble's busted. Yeah. Just like they said about 20 other times since we've been in it.
Yeah, I told you so. Yeah. But it always seems to climb back up, doesn't it?
That's right. All you got to do is hold on, because it's going to bounce up again. You better be holding on.
Well, folks, let's do a little. We haven't, we used to do Ripple videos quite often, and we like the platform and the program they're running. We know that generally crypto is decentralized and trying to put the banks out of business, and Rod and I have been saying now all this past year that they're not gonna just lay down and take this. They're going to come up swinging with something, and Ripple is helping them do that with their coin XRP. I mean, they've got the interledger thing, which is slick. I think out of the top 100 banks, I think 50 or 60 of them have signed up to use Ripple's platform in cross-border trading. They're just slick as a whistle. They're quick. They can put in a fiat at one end or any other crypto and come out at the other end with the designated fiat or crypto that's needed. So they can jump blockchains with this interledger. They can do all kinds of things. and they're really proactive. They're out there working with banks. And as you'll see in this article we got, that they're really moving. So Rod and I have always liked them. We got into Ripple, I think, when it was about 3.5 to 4 cents.
Yeah.
And we sold a bunch off at 27. We're able to go out to lunch a couple times on that.
We made a couple of videos at lunch.
That's right. So before we get much into this, let's take a look at Ripple's thing. They're sitting right now about almost 28 cents an XRP token.
Yep.
And you can see, and let's cut this down to year to date. And you can see it's been this year that they've really had their explosive thing, and the volume kind of follows it around. As far as markets, it seems like people struggle, at least in the early days, and we knew Polynex carried XRP and stuff, but you can see now Ripple's on there. Look at this. They have over, my land, I didn't think it'd go this deep. They have 80. Now, a lot of them are the same, but they've got a lot of exchanges that you can buy XRP on now.
Yeah, they do.
Even Kraken, Beyonce.
Wow.
Beyonce opened for Neo. Their main coin was Neo at one time, and they're really expanding out.
Yeah.
Polynex is 5th in line, but BitHump over in Korea.
Yeah.
Does 42% of all XRP transactions. Now, we've talked about South Korea before in Japan, and this BitHump being the main exchange over there. And they do, I think, Rod, what was it, half of all Bitcoin?
Yeah, they do. They sure do.
Half of all Bitcoin transactions come through this BitHump or over in South Korea and Japan. Well, if they're also going nuts on XRP, they seem to understand that platform and where it's headed.
Yeah, they do.
And this Coin One is also over there, and I think this Corbett is too. All the top 3 exchanges are over there dealing with it. So this is what kind of started us on this article here at a CoinDesk. And this tech crunch that's made a lot of money. The founder, Arrington, he's going to raise $100 million for an XRP hedge fund. Now, the hedge fund won't carry all XRP. The hedge fund's going to carry cryptocurrencies. They're going to carry ICO platforms, some new coins and tokens coming out. They're going to carry some a few things along those lines to get this hedge fund. Now, this Arrington, I think he said he was before about 60% into crypto. He is now going 100%. That's how sold he is on this stuff. And I know this print's probably kind of fine print for you guys to see, but there's aren't a couple.
Pretty good.
Can you, Rod?
Yeah, I can see it good.
From my, well, yeah, you can, because you probably got an 86-inch screen. And,
well, I have to, because I'm blind.
With those old magnifying glass glasses you wear. Of course, look who's talking. I buy the cheapies. I think these are 125 magnification. And there's only 2 times I wear them. One is on this YouTube business, because I got to see what we're putting up. And 2 is I read with them. So I just need a little help there. And what are you moving into soon? Those Coke bottle things?
Yeah. I just cut the bottom off the Coke bottle and stick them in there.
So anyway, this is positive news here, because you don't think $100 million is a lot of money, but he's going to actually utilize XRP tokens for the payouts, and I think he is to even buy these assets to put into the hedge fund. I think he's going to use XRP to do that. And he's already raised half the money. He's already got investors for $50 million willing to go into this. So this is just another sign that 2018 is going to be a positive year, not only just for the whole crypto industry, but XRP too, and we're going to get into that in a little bit here.
It's interesting because the past two videos we talked about how a lot of the big boys are getting into this. We talked about that bank thing. They were a bunch of those guys are going to invest a couple of billion, or you have to be. Coinbase has that new
exchange in New York.
With nothing but the big rollers in it. Yeah, and then this guy here's coming up now. He's doing it too. So, it is going to be a big year next year.
Well, these industrial finance people and the big money men, they're finding ways to get into this. There's enough profit to be made now. And the more institutionalized it becomes, the more they come into it. And the next article we have here, but I thought I'm so terrible about this anyway. And I wasn't going to bring that up again. Okay, here, let's read what he says here. That cryptos or Bitcoin is far from a bubble, Arrington said. He believes that 300 billion cryptocurrency market represents only the beginning of a larger and more diverse ecosystem of assets. I seriously think that we'll be in the trillions next year, market cap, what these things will be worth. And matter of fact, we just read an article about how it's bigger than Nike, and anyway, several of the huge companies. Bitcoin has overtaken them in market cap. It's huge. We'll be into trillions next year. I'm reading that without even.
And that will start to see the institutional money.
Institutional money. It's just what we're talking about. I think next year you'll see significant gains.
Yep.
And that's what they're saying. We'll put this article, folks, down in the description box so you can see it.
Yes.
Here's a couple more things on highlighting XRP and Ripple right now. This is out of Ripple News. We've said it before and we'll say it again. The future is here. Blockchain is no longer just a buzzword, but a leading solution for sending global payments. And that's why these banks are flocking into it. I mean, this article talks about Bank of America is signed up to use Ripple. Santander, the world's 5th largest bank by assets, was one of the first customers to join RippleNet. Credit, your guess is as good as mine.
Whatever that is.
The world's 11th, which is Europe's 3rd largest bank, joined in. God, they just got a lot of them, Rod, and they're...
Oh my gosh, look at all of them really joining in.
Well, it's the transaction time. They claim they can do 1,400 transactions a second, but I think that's still slower than Visa, which is 4,000 transactions a second. And of course, right now, all these cross-border transactions have to go through SWIFT. Yeah. So whether Ripple's going to kick them off the top of the mountain, I'm not sure that's going to happen anytime soon because SWIFT is really locked up. But Ripple is really going to make an impact on them, I think, XRP. So it's worth looking into again, folks. I mean, if you're looking for a coin or a token that maybe got the long haul, you might want to look at XRP. Matter of fact, that takes us to what else just happened a week ago, and we saw this, Rod, but we didn't publicize it at all. And that's that American Express partners with Ripple. They're not necessarily using the XRP token at this point, but they're using their blockchain to send payments cross-border and other places because of the speed and the lower fees, and of course
that way they can make more money.
Yeah, right. But Ripple's still going to try to push their XRP. That token was developed to run on the blockchain. Yeah. So I think it's just going to take more time and more people like this to get involved, which ties us into this last article we have, and it's about the XRP price prediction of 2018.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. Yeah.
And this prediction will tie in with some of the things we've just talked about. Let's just kind of go through this, Rod. little bit, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do.
Ripple has been garnering a lot of attention in the crypto world. Ripple's cryptocurrency XRP also uses the blockchain technology. Ripple has seen a surge of 4,000% in the first half of 2017 as far as growth.
Yeah.
4,000%.
That's pretty good.
That's damn good. Now here's 5 reasons why it's expected to grow in 2018. The operations is one of them. Ripple is working with some of the biggest financial institutions around the world. And we just kind of talked about that. We don't need to read this whole thing. Oh, and here it talks about SWIFT a little bit. But they're saying that they're aggressively propositioning all these banks all the time to get them to join. Just like I said, just American Express just came on.
Yep.
Powerful technology. Ripple can process 1,500 transactions a second, which is huge as compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's about 7. Trust factor. A large number of banks from around the world are actively working with Ripple to implement its technology over their payment infrastructure. It makes Ripple trustworthy, and investors find XRP to be comparatively safer bet as compared to other cryptos. Yeah. Because they've got some, they feel it's safer because they've got some major names signed up already, like Bank of America, American Express, and so on. Then it talks about it's a safe haven. Cryptocurrency's performance during 2017 will be a determining factor for their demand in 2018. 2018 saw the price of XRP surging rapidly during the first half, and they say other cryptocurrencies won't find it easy to copy the market development of Ripple. Ripple is solid with what they've developed with this interchange, this interledger, and then they have those other 3 things. Let's go to their website just for. Let me see. I can go right back here and get it, Rod.
Okay.
There we go. Along with the interledger, yeah, you folks need to go over and look at growing global network. 100+ customers. Right here, these solutions. You need to read about this XCurrent, this XRapid, and XVIA, and this explains kind of their platform and the customers they're attracting based on these 3 things, tied in with the interledger, I think. The interledger is just unbelievable. So that's worth looking at. Go to their website and check that out. Familiarity, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most traded cryptocurrencies. A large percentage of cryptocurrency traders and investors are still not familiar with Ripple, despite its promising technology. Once a few institutional investors join the network and Ripple performance and Ripple permeates the mainstream investors community like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Anyway, just like we said about American Express, you get some of these big boys, these main ones joining, others follow suit. They want to know what American Express is doing to speed up their transactions, lower their fees, so more jump on board. Folks, we're about done.
What about that guy we just talked about, that tech crunch?
Yeah, the same thing with that hedge fund.
Yeah, you see, he's invested in there, so he's going to be one of these guys that invest in this thing to make it really jump up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And if he's developing a hedge fund, it might bring others on board. I mean, it's becoming very popular. So here's the predictions. Looking at the latest developments and increasing interest towards the XRP, by the end of 2018, the Ripple price is expected to cross the $2 barrier at least.
Oh, that would be good.
Now, of course, this is just somebody's opinion. He's basing his opinion on the information that's out there. We're trying to show you little bits of that information. But gall, just think if it even goes to $1. I mean, from 27, 28 cents now to $1. With, I mean, you know, and Rod, we've talked about this too. It's worth repeating. A lot of people don't like to invest in Bitcoin because they just can't buy a substantial amount of the coin. They're buying a fraction, but something like Ripple that comes in at 28 cents and they got a couple $100, they say, yeah, I can buy some of that.
Yeah.
So there's a place for that, and if you want to get in and hold for a little while, it might really pay off.
Yeah. If you got money you want to just sit on, of course, it's better than sitting in a bank. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, that's for sure. Trading volume of XRP is nowhere close to the most popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Trading volume's expected to grow in 2018, just like this guy you mentioned that wants to do that hedge fund. That's gonna, there'll be more trades. And the rise in speculative activity on the Ripple cryptocurrency can even raise its price from 2 to 5 mark as well.
Boy.
Should you invest in Ripple? If you want to invest for Ripple, XRP, long-term investment that you would like to hold for years to come, Ripple seems to be a very promising investment. A paradigm shift is happening, and we are moving towards digitalization of all currency.
Yep.
And that's Rod's telephone.
Yeah.
It's been a curse his whole life.
I know. Just all them women just keep calling me.
It's been a curse his whole life.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you were all right.
Okay.
So there's going to be a paradigm shift, and it's going to come next year. And we see that happening now. You can see the signs of it where Coinbase has 100,000 people sign up for activity in their exchange a day. That happened twice last week. In the last 10 days, that's happened twice.
Wow.
So as more people adopt this and see it, and it becomes mainstream on the news, which it is, yeah, the paradigm shift will change.
It's coming.
It's going to be more of a digital type world. Well, it's already pushing that way. You look at Sweden. Sweden is 90% digital currency, 10% physical fiat cash. They're almost 100% over there, strictly using debit cards, Visa cards, and so on.
Yep.
And governments want that.
And you know, we're getting that way.
Yeah, they want it. There's laws out there not laws. They're trying to push us to get rid of the $100 bill and $50 bill in the name of drug control and money laundering and all that stuff. And we've talked about that, and we don't need to rehearse all that, but yeah, they want us digital.
So you better invest in some $100 bills or $20 bills and just put them away, because they'll be worth some money.
Like maybe $20
or 100.
So the final verdict on this show, folks, is with promising technology. We already read that, didn't we?
Yeah, but you know what it, like the articles were saying, and like we have always said, you know, Ripple is a long-term investment. But
that long-term might only be a year away now.
Well, yeah. But what I mean, don't be it's not a purchase and dump it, you know.
Yeah, pump and dump type thing.
Dump, yeah. It's not a pump and dump product.
No, but it's got potential right now. I think there's things, you know, it's been cruising along and they've been working it. They're proactive, but again, at the price, you think 27.5 or 28 cents. Man, if this thing jumps,
they're always in the top 10 of the cryptocurrency market. You know, they're always in the top 10, probably the top 5. They have a lot of volume every day because of all these banks, people buying it, and it's good. It's a good coin. yeah, token or whatever.
And let me make one more comment here, Rod. You know, as we come into 2018 and we're saying that, hey, things are going to start popping. March, April, May, who knows? But it's going to start escalating.
It is.
It's time that folks not just jump into anything, but I think you need a game plan. I think you need to say, all right, I need to realistically look and see what would be the best way to put my funds to use. Now, 2 or 3 videos ago, we did one on the different options of investing.
Yeah.
Whether it be ICOs or the main 3 coins or things like Ripple, but you need to get a game plan and then stick with it. If you want a couple long terms, XRP might be one of them. And right now, Bitcoin. But you're going to have to weather the drops as they come. So, Rod,
yes,
thanks for being here with me.
I enjoy you, brother. It's fun. Yeah. We have a good time. We learn a lot. We share a lot. And I hope y'all guys learn a lot.
It's exciting times.
Because I learn a lot. Ron teaches me every day.
Whatever. Thanks for watching, folks.
And be sure and give us a thumbs up. God bless.